guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Alex J, and if you're new to my channel, then welcome too. Today I'm going to be doing my first book haul of 2022. All these books came from a lot of different places and they cost a lot of different prices, and so I'm glad to be going over that with you guys today, and I hope you guys really do enjoy. I'm gonna jump right into it. The first book that I have is called Queen of the Dead. It is a ghost and gothic novel. I bought this book for $20. I had started reading it and immediately fell in love with it. I love it so much, and it has over 20 chapters in the book, all of them named after a different person in the storyline. Stacey Cade, you did a really good job with this one. I really enjoy this book. The second book that I have is called The Throne of Caesar. It is by Stephen Saylor. And I immediately got this book just because I'm in love with Greek and Roman and all those different cultures. This book costed originally $30. I got this book for $5.99 at Savers. And I have not yet started to read it, and I can't wait to, because it has like these different type of chapters. I love that. I love that so much, and I cannot wait to start reading this. It is a book about ancient Rome. And it has all these throwbacks to the Odyssey and the Iliad. And I feel like it's just going to be a great read. And you guys should check this out. So the third book that I have on my list is called The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I love this book. It is so amazing. This book was originally $5. I got this book for, $2.99 from Savers. As you can see, I've already started reading it. As you can see on my little bookmark here. The book was a bit confusing at first because it doesn't go by chapters. So you can see that I had to write in the different chapters that it would go by, just so that way I was able to keep up with how it was. And if you guys don't know what this book is about, it's basically about a young scientist who was hiding a dark secret. His name was Henry Jekyll, and Mr. Hyde was his... let's just say he was his counterpart who happened after he drank a mixture in his lab, and it did not go well. So my next book has had some controversy about it in the past, and it's most likely still going on today in this day and age. It is Twilight. I got these books at Savers, and I love them. I love the books. Not so much the movies. I never really got into it that much, and yet I love the books so much. I love what Stephenie Meyer did to the characters. I love how she was able to make them have their own different character arcs and everything. These books originally costed $11 each. I got these books for $1.99, of course with my discount at Savers, and I just love them so much. And for anyone wondering, I do have the entire collection. For the next book that I have, it is, don't know if you can see that, sorry about my lighting, Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. I have gotten this entire collection of books off of Amazon. The book by itself originally costed $9. I got the entire collection of books for $13 off of Amazon. That doesn't include shipping, handling, and all of that. I firstly watched the movie when I was very young, and I didn't understand it at all. And by the time I had gotten older, I understood what it was about and what was going on in the movie. Some guys outside watching me do this. I love this book so much because it basically tells of someone who was once human, and he got turned into something that he didn't quite understand. He didn't think that they existed. He didn't believe that it could be true. But he learned to live with it, and he had to learn everything that he had to in order to get to where he was in the future. Whether that had been harming somebody, learning how to care for somebody else, or thinking outside of the lines of how to solve a situation. Now, this book was really good, and I really loved it so much. Look at that. That's not how the chapters go by themselves, but the book is all the books are broken down into the parts like that. And I thought that that was really unique about this book. And as I said, I have the entire collection that includes Interview with a Vampire, The Vampire Lestat, Queen of the Damned, all of that. And I love these books so much. And I'm glad that I got them all at a really cheap price. Now, this book that I have, as you can see, it doesn't have a cover. It is called The Romance of Origins. I love this book, but it's not a regular romance novel. It is a literature novel. It is the language and sexual difference in Middle Eastern literature. I started reading this book already, as you can see, and I've gotten a little bit ways of understanding who I am more. And it's basically not an autobiography, but it basically tells how love came into being and who found it first, and the different types of people that were able to try and understand it and how they were putting it into their words of what it is theoretically and pathologically. And it has all these poems and things in it. It has all these different types of words in it. And then it has a notes page as well, telling where it got all of these annotations and things. This book was originally $9. I got this book for $1. Oh, I got it for $1, baby. Now, this book that I have, again, no cover. For all the adults out there, this book was something else. This book is called Gone with the Wind. I own the movie and I own the book. This book costed me $1.99. I'm not sure how much this book was originally because it doesn't tell me. It was a great story, great different character arcs. It has over 30 different chapters in this book. The only thing that was wrong with this book for me was that the words are really small. As you can see, I have glasses. That became a problem for me instantly because the words are really small. I had to have my mother blow up all of these pages so that way I can understand what they were saying. And it would tell all the different character arcs. It would tell what they were going through. And this was in a time where racism was still very big. And I just really enjoyed it because I was able to see why they felt that way and how they were going through their lives within this book. And it really made me open my eyes way more to what other people are going through in their lives. This book I got off of Amazon. This book was originally $12. And I got it off of Amazon for $4.99 plus shipping and handling, which brought it up to about $6. This book is called Girl Interrupted. It is a movie and it is a book. I bought this book for a completely different reason, not just to read it, but because I was diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. And I wanted to know what that was. So when I started looking up everything, I realized that they had made a movie about this book. And so I watched the movie, and so I wanted to read the book to see if there was anything more that it could tell me. And there was a lot, because back in 1967, Susanna Kaysen, she had her whole ordeal going in through this book, but she was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Other people had sociological problems and burn scars and all of that. And she had to go through this alone, because her parents were the ones that decided to send her to this place where she had to basically figure out who she was and what her diagnosis meant by herself. And so I felt like I was going through the same thing that she was, because I always feel utterly alone, no matter how close I am to all my friends and all my family. And this book was able to really help me see. And as soon as I started reading it, I couldn't put it down. I basically read the entire book in about 2 to 3 days. And I would definitely read this book again and again and again, no matter what. I just love it. Now, as you all know, I love Harry Potter. I just love it. I love it so much. It is my past, my present, and my future. Harry Potter people, fandom, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know what that reference is. And I am very late to the game, and I've been trying to get all my Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts things up to standards. And I just got this book. I just got the Half-Blood Prince book. I just got this book. I'm so happy. If you can see by that, it's because somebody drew on my book, so that's fun. This book was originally $10, it looks like. I got this book for $2.99. I forgot where I got this book from, but I remember how much I got it for, because it was just a bargain for me. I read this book and immediately fell in love with it. The first Harry Potter book I read, I believe, was Chamber of Secrets. It was about half the size book. It was really good and I really loved it. This was before I had watched any of the movies, so instead I went to go in order. There was only a book before that. And so I went and I read The Philosopher's Stone and then I read Chamber of Secrets again, and I just kept going from there. And I never had this book, but I watched the movie. So I wanted to see if there was anything more the book would tell me. And there was a lot more the book told me. It told me a lot of things that wasn't in the movie that completely explained what was going on in the movie. And I really liked that. I really did. It was really good and I really loved it. And I know the books got way bigger from here, and I read all of them. And I'm so happy that I did. And it's turning into the Harry Potter fan that I am today. And I have kept going with the Fantastic Beasts, and I can't wait for the new Fantastic Beasts that's coming out in April to come out. And I will be doing a movie review on that as well. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know if you guys want it. Down in the comments. Now, this next book may raise some questions about who I am. I'm very late to the game, so I had no idea what any of these books were about. I had watched the first movie, and I hadn't understand why people hated on it so much. So I bought all the books. I bought them all separately. I bought the first collection of the book off Amazon. It is the entire 50 Shades trilogy. I bought this off of Amazon. I got this off of Amazon for about $6.99. I know this originally might have costed a lot more, but it doesn't tell me. So I have 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Freed. I have not read these books. As you can see, it's still in the plastic. I don't know if you can see that. So I have yet to read any of these books, so I don't really know why people hate on the movie. I don't know why people might hate on the books or anything, but if you can tell me something, like I've been looking this up on the internet before I started this YouTube video about why some people hate it, but I haven't read it for myself in order to get a whole ordeal about it, so I bought it and I'm gonna read it, and I will let you guys know on my social medias how I feel about it. And after that, I bought this one from Savers 2 days ago. This book originally would cost $17. I got this book called Grey. I'm guessing this is from the man's perspective, so I'm guessing the books originally are from a woman's perspective. I got this book for $3.99. I have not read this book either, so I have no idea what to expect or what to encounter in this book. So I'm going to let you guys know how I feel about it in the future. Now, let's have a conversation. Harry Potter, my number 1. My number 2, Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones so much. I have read the books, I have watched the movies, and I went to Walmart the other day and saw this on the shelf. It's Jon Snow. And the rest of them. I got the entire Game of Thrones collection. Like, guys, I don't even know how to... This is amazing to me. Like, you might see that it's a little ripped here. That's because I got a little bit too excited when I picked it up. This originally would cost $50. I got this book for $34.96. I got A Clash of Kings, A Storm of Swords, A Feast for Crows, A Dance with Dragons. I love it so much. And I love how it's color-coded. Like, look at it. This one has a sword on it, a crown, a helmet, a goblet. And I'm pretty sure that might be a token. But look at this. Look at that. A Song of Ice and Fire. A Game of Thrones. I have all of these books in here. And I am so happy that I do. And I actually started making the map 3 years ago of the entire Game of Thrones world, and I'm thinking about painting it. Probably not, though. I'm probably going to keep it in the pencil shading, and then I'm going to frame it so that way it's all perfect. But there is something else that I wanted to show you guys, because I found this the other day. Fire and Blood. This also goes within the Game of Thrones collection. This book originally costed $22. Can you guess how much I got this for? I'll wait. I got this book for $1. I got this book for a straight up $1 at Savers. Of course, I took the tag off so you guys can't see it. But this book is also in the Game of Thrones collection, and it is telling the tale of the Targaryens in Westeros. So if you're a big Game of Thrones fan, subscribe to my channel and we can talk way more about this, I promise you, because I'm going to be talking a lot about Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, and these books and everything. It is, like, look at that. It's not a picture book, but it has illustrations in it that tells what's happening. That way you feel like you are absolutely one with the story. And I just love it. I really do. Now, if you remember how I was just counting on my fingers earlier, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, can you guess what my number 3 is? Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I love them all. I really do. So the other day, I saw something on Amazon that I wanted. I saw 2 books on Amazon that I wanted, actually. I got them both. I really did. I got this one, The Children of Hurin. God, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. This book is amazing to me. This book originally costed $30. I got this book for $6.99. A lot of money on books, guys. Don't judge me. I love it. And I also got the Silmarillion, another Lord of the Rings book. Now, this book originally costed $30 as well. I got this book for the exact same price of $6.99. I've started reading this book. As you can see here, I am only on page 41. It tells about the history of Middle Earth, the elves, the hobbits, the dwarves, and the humans, and everything. I love them both. I really do. And I'm going to complete my Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit collection. And these 2 were just add-ons. I still have a lot more books yet to buy. And I will keep you guys updated on when I do get those books. Okay, we are almost done. I promise. Just a couple more. Now, this book is in the Vampire Academy novels books. It's called Shadow Kiss. You can see that dent in the middle. I made that. Sorry. This book is the bomb. I've watched the movie. I've read the other books as well. This book originally costed me $8.99, but I got it for a discount for $5. You can see all this stuff on it. It's been in my room for a while. I have yet to film this video, but I like this because I'm able to see the words really clearly. I love the illustrations that they do as well. Like, look at that. That is beautiful to me. Like, look at it. Like, Rochelle, you did a really good job on these books. You really did. Like, props to you. Snaps to you. You did amazing on these books. The movie was, I love the movie. It wouldn't be my first movie to watch if I had the chance. I'll just leave it at that. But this book was the bomb to me, and I loved it so much. And would I read this book again? Yes, I would. Because if you don't know what this book is, it's basically about, well, this book is basically about Rose Hathaway's story as a guardian to Vasilisa. That is basically what this one is about. The first book is the one that you guys should read in order to know what their friendship was about and what they went through together, and then go to this book for the storyline of her past as well. Now, I decided to take out one of the books for time. This is the last book. I bought this off of Amazon. The pricing for this book was originally $16. It is called The 5 Love Languages, The Secrets to Love That Lasts by Gary Chapman. I read this book, and let me tell you, I had not known what was going on in my life until I read this book. Like, it basically tells, like, if you are in love physically or if you're in love mentally or emotionally and what you should do. Like, some women love hugs, some women love kisses and gifts. Some women just need attribution and for you to talk to them and tell them that they're doing a good job. And this book explained that perfectly to me. And I had not known that until I read this book completely about what it is that I really love and what type of woman I am in my life. And this book was just really good, and I would give it a read if I were you. Also gives these little tips in the book as well. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it gives you little tips on things that they tell about you in the chapter. And then it gives you a little your turn as well. It's like, so what did you learn in this chapter, and what can you do for your type of girl, or what is something you want to hear your spouse say to you type things. I love this book so much, and I would read it so often just to know like what my friends are going through or my family and what they need to do to make their relationship better. And if you love this book, there's also some other books on the back that you guys might like as well. So if you guys have any of those books, let me know down in the comments, and I'll be glad to buy it and give it a read. This is one of those videos that I had been working on for a couple days. Sorry that it was late. I know it was supposed to go up on Thursday, and now it's Friday, and I am so sorry about that. But let me know what you guys think about this book haul in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I love you guys, and bye.